She.
I'm Katie.
Welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode number 50.
Woo!
Yeah.
You're 2 away from a full calendar year's worth of videos.
I guess I'm not witchy, I'm magic.
Yes.
Magic. My favorite mug. But I've been feeling witchy with all the stitching, crazy things. So today is Saturday, October 24th, 2020. We're a week away from Halloween.
Yes.
And this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and an occasional high-pitched voice.
So we wanted to welcome you to our video. Thank you so much for coming back. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and ding the bell. I heard somebody say that this week. Ding the bell so that you get notified when it's time to come back.
Yes.
If you are returning, thank you for coming back. We love all your comments and just that you're here with us.
Yes, always happy to see a returning friend.
Yes. So, what do you have new this week, Miss Keisha?
You know, I don't really have anything too new. James has started making sounds that go, wah! So that has been new and exciting in our lives.
It's
Wah! But he always looks at you like this whenever you do it back to him. Like,
that's good. I love it.
I still haven't sent you. So I sent you one video from Wednesday where it turned the lights off and his eyes got huge. Then I took a second video where it's even better and you can see it even better. So I still need to send that to you.
Oh, fun.
But I let mom watch it in the car and she was giggling because it's hilarious. Every time throughout the day, I would turn the lights off in his room after we changed a diaper. His eyes would get massive, like, you are magic. You made light go away.
Good.
It's my favorite thing.
The other new thing for us for Black Needle Society is that the countdown box, trick or treat box started, and we have been watching some unboxings and oh, is it fun. And we would send you out to watch our friend Athena, who works with us at the Black Needle on Stitching with Friends. She is doing an unboxing on their regular videos. So she will just do it like once a week. She'll unbox everything up to that point.
Oh,
Michelle Bindi is doing a daily vlogaween, and you can see her unboxings of multiple boxes that she's gotten. The first 13 days of the month were her
Stitchy Box, Bash Box, and Stitchy Box countdown to Halloween. And then I don't know what it was called, but she also had a Forbidden Fiber Co. box.
Yes, and
that
it was
yeah, and then
it was the first 13 days, and I think
the Stitchy boxes I think are both 31-day boxes. So she's continuing to do those, and then our box started on the 19th
and is a 13-day box.
Yes, so it's kind of fun for her. She got 13 days at the beginning and 13 days at the end.
Right.
The other person that we've been checking out, oh, I should maybe turn my brightness down a little bit, is Pam at Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. Can you see that?
Yes.
She has been doing daily unboxings, and Katie and I have totally enjoyed her. She's so pleasant to listen to. She's excited to be opening things, and she seems very, very fun.
She's like a little drop of happiness in the end of the day, because we'll be gathered in here and we'll be like waiting for something, mom and I, and we'll be like, oh, I wonder if she's uploaded the video yet.
Yeah,
and
we're
so
like
we'll find
so
it.
excited when she's uploaded.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check her out.
And even Jeff likes her. Yes. And I want to go back and watch some of her regular Flosstubes because I really enjoyed it. That's kind of how I've been picking people up. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? But it's a way, it's one of the ways that I can find new Flosstubers.
Right.
I tend to listen to the Flosstubes that I watch and listen to them name people and go check them out. but
Mhm.
we search by the box.
Yeah.
So if you're doing an unboxing on your Flosstube, then you should tag the Black Needle Society or Trick or Treat Box or Retreat in a Box, and we will find you. So,
And I was going to say the other thing is that we actually got the Black Needle Society channel up.
mhm.
Yes.
And we filmed a second video that I haven't put up yet, but hopefully I will today. I've been busy. Yesterday, Mom and I had to do some business together, and then I am handcrafting an item for one of the Black Needle boxes. So I was working on that yesterday too, and it's a lot of
Mhm.
pieces, but so I just the video fell out of my head and I didn't get it up yesterday.
Katie has another video for us to put up as well, which
Yes.
is the one that we filmed on Thursday.
Yes.
So,
Same day actually.
yeah, so there will be some videos coming up.
Nice.
I wanted to show you a couple of previous finishes and my really bad finishing skills.
Okay. They're sure they're better than mine.
The first one I have is the Bittersweet Season from
Oh, that's
Heartstrings.
cute.
And this, you can see it's kind of droopy at the top. I kind of did this on purpose because I used this cute fabric on the back and I
Ooh.
made just a tube that I put a stick through. I attached the tube, sewed it right onto the back. And then I had this fun ribbon in my stash and I tied it at either end to do that. And this piece is really special to me because I'm going to try and not get weepy on you here. But there was a summer when my mom was having some sort of mystery problem. And we went to the doctor almost every day for a couple of weeks. And I stitched the majority of this during that time because they're little bitty bands of
Mhm.
different stitches. So it was easy for me while I was waiting for her to sit and put those in. And I didn't finish this until after my mom died, but I sat down and pulled it out and it made me think of her and I finished it off. So that's one.
Oh,
Here, I'll
nope,
put
nope.
it.
You're grabbing
Oops,
my
sorry.
thread.
That's one. And then the other one I have, this is one of Katie's favorites. This one is called Lost Spirits and it's from Birds of a Feather.
Oh, I love that.
I don't even know if you can get this anymore.
You can. You can get it from Garon's. I don't know what
Oh,
his shop
Garon
is,
Toten Bags.
but is that's
It's
not his shop name.
Garon Stitchery.
Okay.
Garon Dash Stitchery.
I don't know, but they have a big Birds of a Feather banner at the top of their page right now, and this is one of the patterns there. And I might have it in my cart because I might want to buy it.
This one says, "Lost spirits, do not embody me on this night of All Hallows Eve." And I finished this in 2006. It shows up really nicely in person. I don't know how well you're seeing it, but look at that crazy cat down there with its mask on. And the big old pumpkin head. I just love this.
So the only problem with wanting to do this pattern now is that it is stitched on Sparrow, which is no
Oh,
longer available.
although your
So,
piece may be wide enough.
huh?
Your piece may be
Oh,
wide enough.
it
You'll have
may
to
be,
see. But
but
let me finish up with
okay.
this.
Oh, well,
So that's my backing. And the top of the sparrow fabric almost always came beautifully, or one side
yeah.
almost always came beautifully like that. And I could not bear to cut it off. So
Yeah.
I just let it become part of my project. And it just kind of makes it a little more rustic
Mhm.
and just fun.
So
Okay.
I was gonna say, we talked to the women at Cecilia's Samplers when we were there, because I had told them that my favorite color was that, and anytime we go to a new store, I'm like, any chance you have some sparrow hidden? And then they laugh at me. No, but
Yes, usually.
yes, a little bit, a little bit. But they said that the closest substitution that they found is, I want to say it's Weeks Dye Works Havana.
Mhm.
So if you want to stitch this on something similar, you should check out Havana from Weeks Dye Works. Because I think that's one of the fun things about these pieces, aside from the design, is the colors are so wonderful on
Yes.
this rich sparrow fabric.
So if you want to help me make Katie's Christmas extra special, find me the sparrow fabric and let me know. And I will buy it. So those are my two previous finishes. I think Keisha is going to treat us with some of hers next week.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so how about stash?
I don't have any new stash. I got the stash that you showed for me last week. So I now have a wonderful Mill Hill kit of a flamingo and the pumpkin that you stitched, then finished last week, and some floss. So very excited about that.
Cool. I should have said too that we found Katie's Lizzie Kate. Is this the if the broom fits, fly it?
Ooh, nice.
Which I stitched on the plane on the way to our cruise.
And we popped that in a frame that I think is one that I had from when I bought the Old Mill Stitchery was clearing out really cool frames at one point for like $3 a frame. And
Oh,
this
wow.
is the Hog River frame. So that was a huge find.
I think you got a couple others of them for the Lizzie Kates for me when they did that.
I had some great ones.
Including I did when it comes to Christmas time. We'll have to see if we can find it this year. It disappeared last year. I stitched a Lizzie Kate pattern where there's like a giant Santa face on one end, and I used Whisper. And Mom actually found the red and white checker frame that was called for on the pattern. I think it might even have some embellishment things on it. And she framed it for me, and it's missing.
We'll turn it up.
Yeah.
Everything has turned upside down since we've been running home business.
Well,
so.
And I'm wondering if it's maybe in the stuff from when I moved back, because I wonder if it was with me in Cincinnati.
Maybe.
So we just need to do some digging and find some of my things.
Yeah, between the book box packing that we used to do and the home businesses since.
Yeah.
Whoo! But we'll get there.
So stash.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm like, okay, so we went to the cross stitch shop because you needed thread, and then I wanted to get thread for Eek last week. So I've already shown my progress on not Eek, but the Satsuma thing. I started on the word Eek. That's why I said that. But I couldn't resist a couple of patterns. First of all, walked in the door and saw this for the first time, Matter's Choice from Carriage House Samplings.
And I have been wanting this because I keep seeing other floss tubers stitch it.
Which is funny because I just liked it, so I just picked it up. And the Mom's like, oh, a bunch of people have been doing that. I'm like, well, it's cute. I like it.
Sometimes there's a reason why things are popular, and it's because they're great.
Yes.
And then I had to get this because it is Kathy Barrick and it is Western Witch.
Which I just Laura from Stitching with Friends picked up also.
That's so funny. Who, by the way, Stitching with Friends just stumbled into the shop when we were in there too last weekend. So we got to chat with them.
It was fun, minus Athena because she was not feeling well.
Yeah.
But we got to see the other three ladies and have a little chat, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was funny because I was on one side of the display table in the middle of the shop, and they were on the other. And I was thinking to myself, darn it, I had wanted to go over to the other side, and now there are people there. And then I look up and I'm like, I know those people. Because with COVID, you're like, I can't be within 6 feet of people. So, yeah.
We can't go stand and rub shoulders.
No. And yeah, and then I was like, I know you, I know you. So yeah, but back to this. Our shop doesn't really carry a lot of Kathy Barrick as far as I can tell. So I was like, oh, if she's bringing in Kathy Barrick, I am buying it. I am supporting this trend. I want her to buy more and bring more.
What else did you get?
And then Mom, for the first time, ordered from Garon's Stitchery. I'm like, I was going to get the wrong word. And I have been talking about this pattern and wanting it. And anytime we go to a store, I've been looking for it and nobody's had it. Mom got me Summer Quakers from Rosewood Manor.
Awesome.
Which Katie says doesn't show up nearly as pretty on that pattern.
No, I don't know if I would have bought it from this picture alone, but Cece's has it stitched up in the store. Sorry. and the colors are gorgeous.
Mhm.
In fact, it inspired me to change colors on my pattern that I did for the Show Me retreat.
Mm.
So, and then mom also got me the Valdanis,
Oh, awesome.
so I can do it in the called for colors.
Oh, that's going to be so great.
So now I just need fabric.
So the funny thing was that my package came in and Katie had gotten a couple of other packages and I let her open her stuff and I said,
She's like,
"Oh, look, I got a package too. I ordered from Garon and I got my first ever bag from them. And this is the 12 by 13 bag. And I'm showing her things and
she made me show her my 2 Amazon packages,
yeah,
which were not exciting because I was like, it's not exciting. I'm like, one package has 4 packages of wax sticks so dad can do our wax seals. And the other one has a couple of tie things in it that we need for our business too. And I'm like, it's not exciting.
I should have shown the inside of this is just fun bee words, but I love this. And it's got their little label up at the top.
And the tag, right?
Yes, and the tag that has the pattern name, designer, and start date on the back. So they always include that, and it's their business card. And then the other thing I bought from them was One Nation. I've been watching Janet Jabber on Flosstube, and she does one state, one star every week. And I just love this.
Cool.
It's all of the states, and the stars are beautiful. Look at the
Cupid.
colors, they're gorgeous. I did not
Wow.
buy nearly enough floss because evidently I've seen a couple of people working on it, and evidently they did not say the same number of skeins that the pattern calls for. So I will be looking for those.
It might
But
be
then,
the count of fabric that they're using.
well, it could. They did 28,
And that
but
Cupid is gorgeous.
it is. It's really pretty. But I finished with those, and Katie's like, looking at her stuff, playing with her stuff, and I'm like, you want to look up for this? And she's just like, oh yeah, just yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, you want to look up? And she finally did, and I handed her stuff, and she knew what it was the second that I started
'Cause
handing it.
I could see
to
the
her.
back of the pattern, and so I knew it was Rosewood Manor, and I was like, there's only one Rosewood Manor that I have been like really wanting, and it was
This would be a bad trick if it was a different Rosewood Manor.
They're all pretty great.
yeah.
Okay, so my stuff from the shops. Did you see me just dump that bag? We went a couple of places. So I picked up some more floss. And I was gonna say, I don't know if I looked at this for my
Onyx.
Yeah, I don't think I have it in
Oh,
here.
that's
though.
all for the oh my gosh, primitive hair pattern.
Okay. But I had previously picked up
Ooh, I didn't see that.
a couple of skeins of this from Gentle Arts, which is a limited edition, and they called it Fruit Smoothie.
Ooh.
It's really cool. I love it.
It's not coming off very
No,
true
it's
to color.
not.
It's very dark and gray here, so we have the horrible lights on.
Yeah, and I don't know that that's any better.
No.
But I was like, there are 3 more skeins, and I'm just going to buy them because then I can do a bigger pattern.
Right.
And I have an idea. Remember I bought the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo?
Oh, yeah.
I am going to use this, I think, for the border around, and we'll see how it looks. I may end up just doing the whole piece, but the border is pretty significant. So it'll be great to make sure that I have enough skeins for that.
Or you could do Ding Dong, the witch is dead, witch old witch, the wicked witch.
If somebody would let me use the pattern, yeah. I also bought a 5-inch Morgan hoop, so I have a smaller one so that you guys don't get to laugh at me about my little piece that I mount in between the sides.
It was funny.
It worked.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked, but
it worked really well.
It worked. It was just funny.
And then also at the quilt shop there, I bought Picture This plus Demoiselle.
I was there. How did I miss this?
And I have not had a piece of this. Yeah, I don't know. What's funny is that Katie is generally the one with the card to pay too.
I
She
paid.
still doesn't know.
I paid and I still don't know.
So I don't know if you can see that.
It's just like-
It is gorgeous.
It's like, man, she got a lot of floss today.
It's grunged. It's grunged up pretty good. And I mean, it's got some purples and it's just a really soft, pretty color. Purples and yellows on it, on the blue. And I just loved it. So
Nice.
this one is a 32 count. That'll be perfect.
Mhm.
And then at CC's,
I missed this too.
I can't even talk. I've kind of stopped buying Halloween patterns because, I'm like to the end.
Well, because she also
But-
lives with the Halloween junkie who probably already bought it.
Yeah. But I found this from the Stitcher Hood.
Which I almost bought and didn't.
Fun.
Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
I loved it. So, oops, I don't want to flash you that. So I got that. And then I also have been wanting to get Cross Stitch Nation, and they had it back in stock. So I picked that up. And I will do something to change mine up.
So previously we believed that we didn't have enough of the Cross Stitch Nation stickers for us to keep a set from our fall box. And last night Brendan knocked down a couple of tubs that I had stacked up there that we use when we're packing to make things more accessible. Well, when he knocked it down, he just kind of threw things back in. And as I'm walking by last night, I noticed that there was a pack of the Cross Stitch Nation stickers sticking out of the tub.
So
And
I got my pack.
she's been like, I wanted the sticker so bad for my planner. And I was like, oh, Mom, look, here you go.
And the other pattern I got is from Jardin Privé, and it's this ABC, which you see how long it is. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing.
Is this the one we saw at
And-
Sue's house?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. And then they show it a little closer in 2 parts. Well, I was looking at the length
Oh.
of this thing and decided that I didn't really want to do a big bell pull. So I am going to find the middle point and split it like this. And I am going to do it on this 37 count Cloudburst Legacy linen. And I am going to use, see that DMC in there? That's almost the exact same color. I am going to put a band in the middle of it that, okay, wait, a band in the middle of it to separate it. And I've already asked Kathy at CC's if I can use the border that she has on the Friendship sampler that I'm currently stitching. And she said, well, yes. So I love that. I get to borrow her border and put in the middle to divide my bands.
Wow, that'll be so good. Oh,
What are we laughing at?
Nail shout out.
Oh, a snail. Is everybody going to remember that?
Everybody take note.
Who knows? We may find something else cool in here and start a new
I
trend.
don't know. Yeah, I feel like everybody knows the snails now, and it's like we need a new friend.
And I think Jardin Privé does the snail quite a bit. So, but I really like that. And I keep seeing it and I thought, I'm buying it. They had this beautiful linen and, with my idea to put the band in the middle, I think that'll work. That's not the end of my stash. I'm sorry.
I
I'm gonna be
totally
long.
missed it.
So I also, not long after we finished filming last week, I got in a package from Judy.
Ooh,
And I love to get a package from Judy.
yes.
Fall. She sent me a cute little thank you note. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that is pretty.
And I have plans for this. because I've been watching some other videos and I have ideas on what to do with some things. And I got 3 bags. This one has been on her site and I thought it was only available in a small bag. And I like the bigger bags. But no, she still had one in the
Oh,
bigger bag.
that's so cute.
Is that just precious? I just love it. And I'll show you the back so that you can see like the whole print together uninterrupted.
Keisha, you getting yourself a bag?
I might have to.
You would
Keisha-
maybe like the smaller bag. And the inside of this, she did this really soft purple and it does have glitter on it. So I'll have to watch my projects in there.
Because Keisha sings
But-
the Winnie the Pooh song to James, right?
Yeah. It's really just so that I keep making continuous noise and he calms down.
I sang the intro to Kipper the other day because that's the only thing that popped into my head.
And then the other 2 bags that I got from Judy, because yes, I bought 3. I got this cute hot cocoa print, which Katie laughed at me about because we have already bought this and we're making book sleeves out of this year. But look at the button Judy used.
Oh,
It's
cute.
candy. And then inside is this peppermint print.
Oh, fun.
Really fun. And then I also got,
Oh, nothing.
I also got this cute mittens and hats print. Love that. And the button on it is a cute little hat
Mhm.
One of the hats.
and polka dots inside.
These and a moose.
Yeah, so really cute thing. Sheep and a moose. Okay, so that's kind of fun because I have to find them from this side. Keisha likes sheep
Mhm.
and I like the moose. So we're both on there. How about that?
Nice.
I'm left out.
Oh, so you're on
You're
there.
the darkness around the hats.
Look, you're the deer. If there was a cat, it would be perfect. Actually, you're all the hats because you are the beanie queen. I will say that.
Yeah,
She
I
is
did
the
just-
beanie queen.
I did just send Brendan out with my book sniffer beanie.
And I think that's it for stash
Nice. Good haul this week.
today. So be thinking about your list.
Will do. See, the nice things about having Laura and Katie as friends is they go to the cross stitch store most weeks and they're like, do you need any floss for anything? Because we'll get you floss for things. And it's wonderful.
Yeah, we I only need to pick up some needles because I am running low on them somehow. And then mom ordered a pattern in, so she needs
Yes,
to
I
pick
have to pick
that
that up. But also I'm missing floss, which we'll talk about when we do our
Oh,
whips.
Onyx.
Oh, a few. So anyway, that's the end of stash.
Awesome.
So how about whips, Keisha?
All right. Well, I worked on a few things this week. I started my week off with Evil Queen from Bendy Stitchy Designs. And this is one that Laura and I are stitching together.
You want me to pull mine out too?
Sure.
Mine's in my beautiful Love You More sleeve. I kind of stopped after we showed it. So
Yeah, I did too. I actually need some 816 for this.
oh, well,
Red.
send us that message.
All right.
Maybe
will
at
do.
Joanne's too.
But here's where I got to on mine. And this is on a piece of 28 count Moonstone Lugana from Color and Cotton.
And mine's on a 32 count solo linen from Needleworker's Delight. Silk Weaver.
But I am loving this. Like, if I'll get a little bit closer, but you see the green in there. There are 3 different colors of green in there to make that shading, and then the black. And I just think it has so much depth for only having that many colors.
Can I tell you that when I started putting the black in, I'm like, oh, it's so stark against everything else. But you get the other colors in and it's just perfect.
Yeah, that Michelle, she's a color genius.
That
I've said it
Michelle.
before, I'll say it again. she's pretty good at this designing thing.
Katie was asking me if I'm going to put the border around it
Mhm.
or if I'm just going to do the apple. And I'm kind of thinking. So
here's the border. I really like the border because it's the queen's crown and then the pendant that she wears. And I just think I really like the way it all kind of comes together. So I will be stitching the border. It'll take a while, but I'll stitch the border. Not as long as this crown takes to stitch. That crown is huge. Like it's bigger than the apple, I feel like.
yeah, I've done the dark gold and I have the light gold to fill in.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I worked on my work project, which is Booby's Apiary from Artist Design. And man, I'm loving this. I am just loving this. I'll give you the whole thing.
Oh, so cute.
So this week I've been working on well, I finished up the body part, and then now I'm working up on the little head. So
are you gonna, I'm wondering if you're gonna finish it by Halloween. I mean, you're making really good progress on it.
well, it depends. If I spin the wheel and get to work on this, then I might finish it. But I still have so I still have her to finish up, and then I have the wings.
All the little things around.
A while, and then all the little things around. So I might not finish it, but I think I might keep working on this after Halloween because it feels a little bit fallish to me with the pumpkins. So it might just stay my work project for a while. And then the exciting thing, so on our last video, I spun that I got to do my new start, which was Candy Corn Costume Contest 2020 from the Frosted Pumpkin. And this, from the beginning, this little candy corn dressed as a T-Rex cracked me up. And Katie asked if I was going to start in the top left corner because that's where I usually start everything. And I'm like, you are kidding yourself if you think I'm not starting. So here is where I am.
Oh my gosh.
And this is on a piece of, oh, I should have said, the Booby's Apiary is on 28 count applesauce Lugana from Color and Cotton. This is the 32 count linen in the color Phantom from Picture This Plus. It used to belong to Katie. It's one of the pieces that we bought from you at the first Show Me retreat.
Oh, yeah. The one night that I finally remembered to bring my fabric down, and there was just like a handful of you guys, and I was like,
right. Yeah, Michelle and I split this piece.
Now wait, what color is it?
Fathom?
Fathom.
Fathom, yeah.
Because it's more green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really pretty bluish green.
Love
anyway, so I finished the little T-Rex one. Now I'm working on the hot dog one. It's having a lot of fun with it.
And it makes me laugh. Taking that long since they're smaller, it doesn't look like it's gonna take you that long.
Well, let me tell you how many stitches were in that little T-Rex. I can tell you that. In the T-Rex, there were 228 stitches.
Oh,
so it's long to stitch them at all. And there's 264 in the hot dog. So
kind of like an instant gratification project almost, like because you make little finishes as you go.
Right. And that's, I'm really enjoying that. I felt like I actually made some progress, even though it was only a couple hundred stitches. It feels like I got a big part of it done.
Yeah.
I had to ask you about the fabric because she actually has both names, and Phantom is more purple and blue. And I'm like, is my screen really messed up?
I think I said it weird. No, it's Fathom.
Is that,
that's it. That's what I worked on this week.
You, my dear.
Okay, so I haven't been showing the whole week's progress of things. So I really am just checking in with Away We Ride by Blackbird. Yeah, I'm like,
mine's right here.
Oh my god, yes. I lost my start.
Katie's using a half yard of fabric to do this tiny piece.
Yes, I need to cut the fabric, but I just didn't get there. I didn't get to stitch on this until this morning because it's been a busy couple of days, but I did wake up a little early this morning and I was like, perfect, I have an hour. Except I started stitching and then I was off by a half stitch, so I had to rip out, and then I put it back in, and then I realized that I hadn't counted down far enough by one stitch, so I had to rip out again, and then I finally got more put in. So this is a very sad hour's worth of stitching.
That's
And
okay.
actually a tiny piece. It's 171 by 191. But
But
when you look at it, I think it looks like it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
my
does.
part is this little part here in the border.
And
Ooh, look on that fabric.
I started down here on the bottom and moved to the right. I'm going to show you a funny thing about this. You're not going to be able to see. So here's the pattern, most of it, but then you have to turn it over and get this, and then you finish up with this.
Oh,
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, interesting, because I didn't realize that until Mom told me, because she starts bottom right.
right.
So I was like, and she told me that, I was like, wait a second, and I hadn't noticed that about the chart at all yet.
Is that the only one you're showing?
That's the only
Okay.
one I'm showing.
So I'll start with that one. I actually started in the bottom center, and this is when I
I'm
realized.
just trying to figure out how to fold it back
Do you
up.
want to tell them what your fabric is?
Oh, it is Peddler's Blend from Dames, or from the Cauldron, which is by Dames of the Needle.
Yes.
It's amazing. That fabric is amazing.
I
And
love
it is the smelliest fabric.
If you want some, I do know that it's Shakespeare's Peddler is, I think, who she dyed it for. So it is available on Kitten Stitcher's website if you are looking for a piece online somewhere.
Awesome.
And mine is on, oh my gosh, 30 count cocoa linen from Weeks Dye Works. And I started the bottom center because I don't have the onyx. I had bought all of the flosses for this, and there's my sleeve that it's in. Remains of the day.
That's fun.
But I had bought all of the flosses for this, but when I was putting things away, I actually left. I actually put some of the flosses in other projects by mistake. And I'm not going to switch those out now. I'm going to just buy new ones for this.
Right.
I'd have to go hunt down, the 4 flosses that I'm missing, probably in 4 or 5 different projects, because it's multiple skeins of onyx.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one this week, so you saw a couple of mine already. Then this week also had the 20th, so I had a new start on the 20th.
Oh, yes.
Which I don't even know what this one is yet, because she wouldn't show me yet.
I think you know.
I don't think so. You said you would show it on the next one.
Yeah, but I think you know. I started Cinnamon Stars from Plum Street Sampler.
Fun.
And I think that's a perfect Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you,
it's a house.
I have been working this week, sewing. So I have not gotten a lot of stitching in. And I am stitching this. Let me find the tag.
It's really
on 30 count R&R dark espresso. And I started in the center with the house.
Oh, wow.
I was worried that this color wouldn't show up, but I think it shows up really nicely.
I think the one you're gonna have to worry about are these lighter pumpkins on here. But even those, I think your fabric is darker than the model, so I think it'll show up fine.
I actually looked at everything and it looked really nice. Maybe this one, Wheat Fields. Yeah, but everything else looks really good. Oh, and I am going to right now, all of my flosses are just like loose, but I did put in my cute little floss tag from Crafty Cat Stitcher on Etsy. She's making some really beautiful ones. Here, let me get it to hold up. Some really beautiful ones, and I love her combinations. So fun, it's stitching jewelry. So those were my whips for the week. What?
Oh, it just looked like it was gonna fall, so I was gonna be here to catch it just in case. Because they're slippery little suckers. Name that
So-
movie.
Yeah. So this one, did you know that one, Keisha? Slippery
No.
little suckers. Okay.
I mean, I might. I'm really bad at that sort of thing.
Well, you guys will have to look that one up and comment and tell us what that's from. Slippery little suckers.
Right. Let me know what it is, because now I'm going to be thinking about it for the next.
This is one that I will be working on in November. This is a project that I have wanted to work on forever. In fact, Nancy and I were going to jump on Gina hanging by a thread. We were going to jump on her hashtag on Instagram, and it's just hashtag cinnamon stars Sal. And I think you could still go use that. Gina was very welcoming, and she would probably love to see more
Yeah.
people working on it.
For sure.
So that's it for my whips. That was enough, and I got to do them during yours too, so they weren't
Yeah.
all together.
The joys of salling with the people you're floss tubing with.
Yes. Speaking of salling, I was thinking I'll have to come up with it. I was thinking there was a Christmas piece we wanted to do. I don't know if it's with you or with you, but I've been, like churning around the 12 days of Christmas thing. So we'll see.
I might want to do those flamingos that I bought from Hands On Design.
Oh,
I might have to do a flamingo. I have a Christmas flamingo now.
Katie might just have found flamingo fabric, and we're going to use it for book sleeves.
I didn't order it because we didn't decide. It's still sitting in my
Oh,
cart.
Okay, so she might have found it and we might have to order it.
Well, if you might decide.
We know somebody who would like a big one or a little one.
I mean, it's a
Ah,
miracle, so
a big one, because I'll use it for other things.
So we'll buy extra fabric.
okay.
There you go. Well, see, you help us plan how much to buy. Speaking of plans, what are your plans for the week, Miss Keisha?
Well, I'm going to be working more on Booby's apiary because that's my work piece and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I actually need to add to my wheel. So hold on just a second. I forgot to put Evil Queen on here.
While you do that, I can also talk about, so from the same line of fabric, I was looking at Mom's piece. There were the most terrifying snowmen. They look they look like kind of like country rustic, like painterly a little bit. Then you zoom in on the fabric
And they're like,
well, and then one of them has ski, like those things that you use to
People.
yeah, with like the sharp end. That's their hands. And I'm like, hi kids, stab.
so if you know anything about this artist, it's from Alexander Henry.
Yes. I don't know
And-
if it was intentional or not.
No, I think he was just thinking, oh, that's cute. They're just using what's there. But Alexander Henry is always on the edge. He does great skeletons. He does great skull things.
He does like pinup women. He does pinup
Yes.
men too. He is not sexist.
And I mean, he has some great designs. We love them. Generally for the book sleeves, they're too big.
Yeah,
And we just can't get them on the fabric. But when we can,
we buy them.
we
Well,
buy.
if you tried.
It was pirate ship and all of these pirate skeletons, and we called it
The Black Pearl. But yeah, he has a wide range of styles. I mean, it's multiple artists all working under the Alexander Henry line, but
Right.
yeah, those snowmen were terrifying.
I'll put it down for one murder snowman, please.
That's what we'll call them, murderous
you
snowmen.
should find it and so you can show it while she's spinning. You find the terrifying
I'll see if I can
snowman.
find them.
All right. Well, I'm going to spin. We'll see what I'm working on for the next few days. Oh,
Oh,
Boobies Day.
called it.
I did. Awesome. I'm excited.
That's so fun. So ooh, that means you'll really have an easier time getting all the little bits done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you think you'll skip out and do those while you're at home and save the head for while you're at work because you won't have to count as much?
I may save the wings for work. I may finish up the head because I'm about halfway through it. And then and it's an over dyed floss, so it takes a little bit longer and I have to think a little bit more about it. But I may save the wings for work. I may do the outline of the wings while I'm at home, and then I could just fill that in at work.
So that she doesn't remain the half headless booby.
Right.
There you go, kids. Run and hide.
I love them.
He's really the only terrifying like snowman with this.
No, everyone else is very cheerful.
He's the one you gotta look out for.
Katie has a thing with these scary snowmen and scary Santas because the hands-on design chock full series that has
I can't buy a couple of them because no
I'm
offense.
like,
no
I'm like,
offense.
they look adorable. Katie's like, they're carrying
they're decapitated
pumpkin
Santas.
heads.
They're decapitated Santas and decapitated snowmen. Like, how is that cheerful that you killed Santa multiple times, apparently?
Well, now you have a sleeve for it.
I feel like Kathy Hopperman would have the best laugh over that. So, but she was okay that they were carrying pumpkin heads.
Those are pumpkins.
Well, at least the snowman, that's just snow.
Yeah, but the
Unless you put a
Santas-
magic hat on them.
Yeah, the Santas I can't, and I can't with the bunnies because they also killed bunnies. I do have the snowman pattern, but yeah, there are only two that I just can't bring myself to buy because I'm like, no.
Oh, and there was TMI about Katie Landis, right?
Good luck not thinking about that if you're stitching one of those.
Yeah, some people look for other things. Katie doesn't like decapitated anything. No floating heads. I think you should just do it.
I'm crying.
I think you should just do them in glow in the dark.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Just Jack. Oh, yes. And we have descended into the realms of silliness and rambles all combined.
Oh, everything.
I hope you guys needed a good belly laugh today because I'm sure that you're sitting out there laughing with us. So,
yeah. I was never really gonna say that anywhere. I didn't want to offend anybody. And
Oh, they're beautiful patterns, but it's just like one of those when you see it.
It's a personal thing. Like
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a total personal thing that I look at that and I'm like, Santa Claus is dead.
Oh, so yeah. Well, you know, that's fun.
What do you plan to work on?
I think I should get it and stitch it. What do you think?
Decapitated Santa Sal.
I should do it and wrap it up and give it to her for Christmas. Can you see her opening it?
Don't tell her that you use glow in the dark floss.
Yeah.
Red glow in the dark. So I mean, I had blood dripping from the bottom.
Oh wait. I could use the beads like Kristen on Steel City Stitcher. Oh my gosh.
Get the blood spatter fabric.
Here's a tangent for you. She used blood spatter fabric that Jody dyed, and she did the Dracula pattern that is like it's from one of the movies.
The VHS cover that they used to own of the one with what's the guy from Harry Potter who plays Sirius Black? What's his name?
Oh, until you asked me,
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. There we go. So anyway, it's that classic one. It's that face, and it says Dracula underneath it. And she had these little teardrop or bloodlet drop beads, and she sewed them on. So like it has the fangs showing, and she put a couple of them on the fangs, and she put them down below. It is so cool.
Cool.
So I think it was just in their episode this week. So hey, can you take a breath?
Headless Santa.
Let's have a big breath, girls. Ready?
All right.
Your turn.
Oh, okay. So speaking of headless things, no. We next Saturday will be hosting, starting at 6 p.m. Central Time on the Black Needle Society Facebook group, the Witching Hours Stitched Together, which I will be posting in the group today, just in case somebody hasn't heard us talk about it yet. I'll be posting there. I'll be posting on Instagram. Everybody's invited. If you're a member of the Facebook group, you're invited. It's going to be 6 hours. We're going to stitch from 6 to midnight.
And you have to be a member of the group to come stitch. So you just ask for
to be allowed in
for membership. There are 3 questions. Answer them. We're not letting anyone in without answering.
So it's just going to be 6 hours of stitching. We're going to plan at least one stash dive in and a couple of stitching challenges, which we will also be posting out there today, so you can plan ahead.
So that means we have prizes.
Yes. It's not going to be intensive like a normal.
No.
It's just for fun.
No snails. Maybe.
We don't promise anything.
No snails unless we find one in a Halloween piece, right?
There is one on the hands-on design snail, like the Halloween apothecary set.
Oh, yes. Snail slime.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's where our brains are for that. And what other stitchy plans do you have? Do you know what's next?
I have 4 left to do for my 13. So I pulled them all out, and I've been kind of sitting here looking at them, and I think I'm feeling the Halloween Bright from Silver Creek Samplers.
Oh, fun.
For my start. So I just think it's going to be a little bit more of an intensive few days of work for me, and I feel like this is something that I can make some quick progress on and feel good about. So I am doing this. You want to hold that for me for a second?
Sure. Do you have the fabric chosen?
Yes, that's what I'm pulling out. So I'm changing my fabric, and I get to work on R&R, and I don't even think they make this anymore. It's called Rest in Purple.
Oh, that's going to be so good. That orange is going to look great on that.
I don't know if you can even see, there's like this like stripe of light purple is actually in the fabric. Like, it's just gorgeous fabric.
Fun.
So, and then I think I bought all the called for colors. So, and because I think I didn't like how it stitched up on this green fabric. Like, I felt like a lot of it got lost. Like, there's like a whole hill here that I didn't see with solid stitching. So I think all of it's really going to show up well on this purple.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what it looks like on there.
So I'm really excited.
But you start at the top.
I do.
So we won't see that hill for a long time.
Nope. Maybe I'll even do the moon and glow in the dark.
Ooh, fun.
Everything with white that's Halloween has to have glow in the dark.
Agreed.
Okay, my turn?
Sure.
I'm looking at my book, and I still haven't written in some of them, but I have 4 left. So I have started 9, or I have stitched on 9 different projects. I have 4 left, and one of them will be a new start. So starting tonight, I will work on Blackbird Designs at First Cock Crow. And that's from a book. I think it's the Sisters book. I didn't bring it over here, or I would show it to you. But it's a really great one. I have a tiny little start on it. And my start was really funny because it was the only color that I had when it came up last year on the day to start. So I have, this funny little line, I think kind of in the middle of it. We'll see where I get. And we'll be back on Monday to film and see where we've gone. Keisha's going to have a finish by then. So
I doubt it, but thank you for your confidence.
Everybody wish James lots of good sleep so that Keisha can stitch.
Nap time.
And I think that's it.
Yep.
I can't think of anything else that we would talk about that we have planned. So again, if you enjoyed all the crazy silliness today, we're going to tell you thank you for watching, and like and subscribe and ding the bell so that you know when we are putting up another video. And you should get dinged a couple of times because Katie's going to put up multiple videos.
Yeah, I'll probably hopefully put up the one from Thursday up today, and I'll probably schedule this one for tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and get it uploaded.
And remember, our question is slippery little suckers. What's that from? Don't leave Keisha hanging and make her nuts.
Also, sorry for maybe ruining a couple of patterns for you.
I keep trying to convince her they're fine and that I love them. So
Well, you can buy them and stitch them. I've bought all the other ones, so you know.
Anyway, that's it. So